Ever wondered what would happen if the most diabolical minds from the DC universe were suddenly dropped into Middle-earth? Forget Sauron, forget Smaug. The Fellowship would have a whole new level of trouble on their hands. Let's start with the big brains. Lex Luthor wouldn't just be some human king. No, he'd see the rings of power not as tools of domination, but as primitive, inefficient tech. He'd probably try to reverse engineer them, creating his own science ring to control the very elements of Arda, maybe even challenging the Valar themselves. He'd see Sauron as an uninspired amateur, and Saruman as a useful but ultimately disposable pawn. And then there's the Joker. You can't put him in a box. He wouldn't care about the One Ring. He wouldn't want to rule Gondor. He'd just want to watch it all burn for the sheer chaotic fun of it. Imagine him turning the peaceful Shire into a nightmarish carnival, replacing fireworks with Smilex gas, and cackling madly as hobbits turn on each other. His only goal would be to break the spirit of Middle-earth's greatest heroes, to prove that even someone as pure as Frodo has a breaking point. Why so serious, Mr. Baggins? Some villains would fit right in. Ra's al Ghul and his League of Assassins, they'd be a natural rival to the Elves of Mirkwood or the Rangers of the North, operating from a hidden fortress like a darker, more extreme Rivendell, using their own Lazarus pits to achieve a twisted form of immortality. Vandal Savage would already be there, having manipulated events since the First Age, a shadowy figure whispering in the ears of both elves and men. And what about the magical powerhouses? Cersei and Enchantress would be terrifying. They'd see Galadriel's power and want it for themselves, twisting the forests of Lothlorien into corrupted, nightmarish landscapes. Trigon? He'd make Sauron look like a disgruntled goblin. He wouldn't just want to cover the land in a second darkness. He'd want to consume the entire dimension. Now let's talk about the brutes. Solomon Grundy would be the new cave troll, an unstoppable, regenerating horror haunting the mines of Moria. Doomsday would be a force of nature, a mindless wrecking ball that could probably shatter the gates of Minas Tirith with a single punch. And Darkseid, oh man, Darkseid. He wouldn't bother with a ring. He'd arrive with his entire apocalyptian army, parademons swarming the skies. His goal wouldn't be domination. It would be the complete subjugation of all life, seeking the anti-life equation in the very music of the Ainur. He is the end of all things, but it's the specialized villains that are really fun to think about. Poison Ivy would turn Fangorn Forest into her personal kingdom, a deadly paradise where trees actively hunt down orcs and anyone else who dares harm the green. Mr. Freeze wouldn't be trying to conquer anything. He'd just be searching for a magical cure for Nora, perhaps bargaining with elven healers or seeking the mythical Silmarils, encasing anyone who gets in his way in a tomb of ice. Scarecrow would become a legend of terror, his fear toxin turning the dead marshes into a place where your worst nightmares literally crawl out of the mud to drag you down. And can you imagine a heist led by Catwoman, Captain Cold, and Mirror Master to steal a Silmaril from a dragon's hoard? Or Brainiac arriving in his skull ship, deciding that Minas Tirith is a fine specimen to be bottled and added to his collection before shrinking the rest of Middle-earth into oblivion? So who would win? It's tough to say. The heroes of Middle-earth have hope, courage, and a deep connection to their world, but they've never faced this level of calculated cruelty, cosmic power, and pure, unadulterated chaos. One thing's for sure, the War of the Ring would be a whole lot messier and the story would be epic on a completely different scale. Middle-earth would never be the same again.